Hi, this is Lorraine with Chat and Craft with Lorraine Tierney, and I'm on tonight to show you a pop-up card that we made last night in our Zoom class, and I wanted to show a couple more people how we made it. So this is what the card looks like. These are things I'm going to use in a minute, but here's what it looks like. It's a flat card, and then it opens like this, and the sentiment pops up. All right, something is not working on my computer. Here we go. Let's see if I can get this to work. Okay, and it pops up. So this is a Valentine one I made, and this one is pretty simple on the 2-card basis. This one I added a little bit more DSP to it. It says, "You are so special and you make the world a better place." I love that little pop-up. And then I made one with a cat on the front that says, "I hope your day is a real treat." And it says, "Happy birthday," with a grumpy-faced little cat at the top. So this is a really quick and easy card to put together. I'll show you how to do it right now, and I'll go over the measurements out loud, but I'll add them all to the video when I'm done. So don't worry about trying to write all these things down. So the first thing that you need is a piece of cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 7 1/2, and it's scored at 5 inches and 6 inches. You can see the little score lines there. Then a piece that's 3 inches wide by 7 1/2, and it's also scored at 5 inches and 6 inches. I liked adding the little bit of DSP to the top and the bottom. It gives it a little bit more finished look than this one. You can see the difference. So those are 3/4 of an inch wide by 7 1/2 inches long, and they're scored at 5 and 6 inches again. So we're going to put those on first. So I will just put some adhesive on that. I'm going to move that one out of the way for a second, and I'm going to put it, it goes end to end, and I'm going to leave just a small little border at the top. There we go. Might have to trim that just a little bit there. It's hanging over just a tad. Okay. And then I'll do this one on the bottom, and they're both going on the piece that's 4 1/4 by 7 1/2. Hi, Courtney. You know how to make this card, Courtney. It was fun. We had a great wow moment when everyone got their card to pop up. Okay, so that's all there is to decorating that piece. Now I'm going to layer some cardstock on the top piece. Actually, I'm not, because we flip it over. You'll see, so I'm going to wait on that. All right, so now we're going to fold our cardstock on those fold lines. In the first fold, we're going to bring in towards us, and I'll score that with my bone folder, and then we're going to fold it back. Okay. There we go. And I'm actually going to put that fold on my left side. We're going to do the same thing with the smaller piece. We're going to fold it in towards the middle first, give it a good crease, and then fold it back. Okay. It was fun, Courtney, wasn't it? And now I'm going to fit the 2 pieces together, just like that. Okay? Except that we don't want them going the same way. We're now going to take this top piece and just flip it over, 180 degrees over. So we have one Z fold on the left-hand side. The back one has a Z-fold on the left-hand side, and the top piece has the Z-fold on the right-hand side. All right, so the first thing we will do is put some tear and tape or liquid glue right here on this flap. I did not bring my tear and tape over here, so I'm going to use some liquid glue tonight. And I'm going to put that on, and then I'm going to center it over those two pieces of DSP and line it up right with the edge. Okay, and I'll give it a minute to stick on there. Hi Lori, it is a great idea, isn't it, this card? It's just so adorable. Okay, now I'm going to open up that top piece a little bit, and we're going to put a little bit of glue along this edge. There we go. And I'll just close the card basically and put this on right where I want it to go and hold it there. And I may have to give that another good score with the bone folder. I'm going to hold it there. So now you've made a little box. Can you see that? There's a little box in there. We'll let that dry, and we're going to decorate the front of this. So you can see why I didn't want to put the DSP on it before, because we flip it around, and if you have a one-way pattern or something, it might end up being upside down. So I'll just layer on some pretty paper. Okay. There we go. And I'm going to put some paper on these two little pieces right here as well. So for one of them, I have a piece of the blue, and the other I have the cinnamon cider. And all of this paper comes from that Old World pack, or Good World, Beautiful World. It's from the annual catalog, the Stampin' Up! Annual catalog. It's a nice masculine kind of paper. I really love anything with a little foil in it, a little shine. Okay, so that goes there like that. I did a darling donkey little guy, and I actually stamped him on a piece of DSP. And this is from the same pack. It's actually the back side of the blue, and it has a little bit of writing on it, a little bit of something. And I colored them with a crumb cake blends, the light and dark crumb cakes, right over the DSP. I don't stamp on DSP enough. I see a lot of people doing it, and I've been challenging myself to do that a little bit. And I'm going to put him over here in the lower corner. And I thought I might use this for a non-traditional Valentine. I'm going to get a dimensional in a minute, and I think I'll put this blue heart over here on a dimensional. Let me just run, and I'm going to grab one of those real quick. Okay. I grabbed the little ones, so we'll just put a few of these on the back of that heart. Here we go. Whoops. Okay, never fails. There's always something that's just a little out of my reach. Oh, Lori, you're going to get this. You will get this. I'm glad you're going to try again. Okay, so there's the base of the card. just like that. You could attach this to a card base that then opens up if you want. One of my friends did do that, and she said it fit in an envelope great when she was done. So the really fun part of this card is a piece of cardstock that's 2 inches by 3 inches. It's going to have your little, it's your little pop-up piece with the sentiment on it. And for this one, I'm really loving these donkeys that you can get with Celebration. So any $50 order with Stampin' Up! Earns you a free product, and the Darling Donkeys is one of those. So I'm going to stamp You're the Best over here. And I'm stamping it in the Misty Moonlight, which is the color of that cardstock in that DSP. And then I'm going to put my little donkey on here. And I'm going to let him hang off just a little bit. He has to fit in here and not get caught on anything. So I'll let his ear go off a little bit, but not too much. And I'm going to use a little bit of glue on the back of him. I colored him and fussy cut him out already so that you wouldn't have to watch me do that tonight. Okay. So here he goes. Isn't he cute? And he's telling your friend, you're the best. Hey there, friend, you are the best. He's a little bit crooked. There we go. Okay. Now, the tricky part for this whole mechanism is right coming up next. We are going to fold back a corner here on this little rectangle. Now, I could measure it about 1 inch up here and 1 inch here, but instead, I'm just going to eyeball it. And I'm going to fold that over. I'm going to fold it just a little bit more so that it's the pieces are straight. This edge and this edge are kind of parallel. Give it a good crease. We're not going to see that, so don't worry. And, oh, I'm going to have to go get my tear and tape because this definitely needs tear and tape. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to put a piece of tear and tape here on this little corner fold. Thank you, Joni, that you like my coloring. This little guy was cinnamon cider. Okay, so now I'm going to just take this paper off, if I can get it to come off. There we go. And then this other piece. Okay, and all the magic is in this next step. So now I'm going to hold the box open a little bit, and this piece is going to slide into the box. I need to get him lower than this card front, because when it's closed, I don't want the white to show. I'm going to get it lower than the card front and tucked right into this corner, right here. And then I'm going to close the card on him. Okay, and I can turn it over. I can give it a good rub. Get that tear and tape to stick. And now you have to cross your fingers and say abracadabra. And when you open it up, he pops up. Isn't that the best? Close him up. You want to see him again? He pops up. And I think the secret to getting him to pop up fully and nice and straight is getting that corner folded so that that top edge of where you fold it is parallel to the bottom edge. A nice right angle fold, and he just pops right up. it's just such a quick and easy card. Hi, Cheryl. Nice to see you. So I wanted to show you that. I will, in a minute, add all of the dimensions to this video, and you'll be able to see how to make it, but it's pretty quick and pretty easy, and I think it pops a wow. Whoops, when your little guy pops up like that. Let's see if we can get him. There he goes. Up and down. So those are the different ones we made. This one has no DSP on the top and bottom. You could use white cardstock there and stamp an edge along the top and the bottom. This one has the same DSP. And then this one is from the Pampered Pets suite. And says happy birthday. So he doesn't come up quite so high. Maybe he is not folded quite so well. I can try to give him a little better crease there and see. Yeah, I think that right angle here is very important, getting those edges parallel. So that's all there is to making this fun little pop-up card. I hope you will give it a try, and I'd love to see it if you do. Have a great night. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.